Oh, oh. Are you done?
You've done something.
Sweet Christmas.
I've done a spin and then spin move.
Oh.
Alright. Whew, sweating.
Are we done?
Yes.
Oh, alright. Alright. Alright.
Sorry, Dad.
Welcome to Pro Plays. I'm Matt, and I'm joined by Rob.
G'day. Last episode before I jet set to America to meet Reggie. No big deal.
Jared.
Hi. You may not recognise my voice. I was dead last week. Don't drink vodka.
And Daniel.
I'm back. I was crook for the last episode, but I am here and I am ready to party.
We play games badly.
Very badly.
True.
Not wrong. So, what have you guys been playing?
Division and nothing else.
True.
Division.
Definitely the Division. Only Division.
Yeah.
So much Division. I played a bit of the Division.
Doubt.
I'm level 25.
Yeah, you snuck past me. You guys had a good session.
Yeah.
Without me.
No, I've been playing a few Steam games as well. On the computer. Not on the TV.
Insurgency. Most underrated game in the history of the world.
True. But we'll go into a lot of those in a bit more detail after we do the news for the past, I guess, couple of weeks.
It's a lot of news.
Yeah. So we're just going to start off with the big one. I want to say it's the big one, which is Google Stadia.
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 It's like
Stadia.
stadium.
Stadia. Like stadium. Stadia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stadium Arcadium?
Not at all.
No, you should leave.
You're done. You're through.
Get out.
So Google Stadia is Google's cloud streaming game service, which people expected was happening. Well, they thought it was a console.
Everyone thought it was going to be a box. It's very much not a box. It's just cloud-based.
And a controller.
And it runs off anything Google-related, like a Google Chromecast, anything in a Google Chrome browser. You can play games on it.
Yeah.
On the cloud. No download required.
With a controller.
Except you have to stream it.
Or
Correct.
You do have to be downloading. You have to have the
You
internet.
have to be downloading it, yeah.
And they've basically said they'll be able to do, at launch, 4K at 60 frames per second.
Sorry, I just choked on how inaccurate that's going to be.
But, it gets better, because down the line they'll be able to do 8K at 120 frames per second.
Wow.
And they said the minimum download requirement currently, it was 30 for their test.
25.
15 now, I think.
15.
I think 15. But below 20 megabits per second. And that's to stream at 4K 60 frames per second.
So in theory, someone in Australia with NBN
Strong theory.
could use Google's new streaming service, Stadia, even though it hasn't been announced for Australia.
To play pretty much anything.
We think, we don't know.
Now, look, I really, really want to love it, but I don't at all. I just can't see it happening. Not in Australia.
Service fee?
Nothing
They have
announced.
not said.
There's no date, there's no cost, there's no real... Like, they've said those minimum download requirements, or that they've improved to that, but they haven't said what it's going to be at launch.
Could they charge a different price for 4K? Like Netflix?
I hope not. I mean, I imagine they will.
Exactly like Netflix. You pay more to do 4K.
I can't imagine it to be... If you can play, let's say, pretty much any game, I can't imagine it to be super price effective. Like, licensing and that's got to cost a fortune. Like, it's going to be, yeah.
I mean, it's still... So, there's a whole bunch of other cloud streaming services in the works. You've got EA... What are they calling it? Fire something? They've got Project X Cloud from Microsoft. And they're... I don't know. I don't see it being possible for there to be console streaming services for games all within the future. It's just, there's too much. If you've got like 3 streaming services, plus you got people wanting to buy the separate consoles, and then on top of that, you got to buy games that aren't on the streaming services, because we're assuming that exclusives, like Microsoft Studios or Sony Studios games, won't be on those streaming services.
Definitely not.
So what I fear is what's happening with movies and TV streaming services, where each company's pulling out their own service. I just think about, you've got a heap of different services charging $9.99 a month. It's cheaper just to get your cable package or your Foxtel or whatever that is, which it drew away from that to begin with.
It started out good because Netflix was affordable.
Yeah,
there was just
and it was
Netflix.
the only one, but now there's 30 of them.
Yeah, I'm about to sign up to my local... what are those places called again? Oh, the library. Because they do DVDs.
They do games as well.
They do games. They do the things, and I can get them for free.
That's
And
true.
I am going to watch DVDs. I'm going to watch The Walking Dead Season 8 through my local library, and I'm going to start on the Fear the Walking Dead, because I can't be bothered paying for this crap.
That's a pro play right there.
Yeah.
That's a
Actual pro
shit.
play.
I was just going to say, there you have it. Poverty is real.
Yeah.
Confirmed. But valid point.
But yeah, we are pressing X for doubt on this one
it's a
as to whether
solid
it'll work,
X
at
to
least in
start with.
Australia. I can see it working in like inner city Melbourne, inner city Sydney, but like you go out to places that won't have NBN installed or
Even with NBN.
dodgy NBN.
I've done cloud streaming here with a good router, and it's still, there's that tiny bit of input lag that
You
means
won't
I'd
be able to
never
play
do
a
it.
proper shooter.
Oh,
like
did you see
Division
the
2.
input lag
No
on
way.
the
The video
on the
they
tech
showed.
demo?
Yeah. If they're doing that in the tech demo, I've got very big concerns.
Yeah. But we'll see how we go. I'm sure there'll be more news in coming months, maybe years.
It's out this year, isn't it?
Yeah,
Is it meant to be
definitely
launched this year?
Yeah,
Oh,
definitely
okay.
launched
Wow.
this year.
It'll be interesting to see how that goes. Because
Well, we won't see it.
No.
We won't get it.
Nothing in
Yeah.
It's not
Australia.
available.
we'll get it. It'll just be unplayable.
Yeah.
And Battlefield.
Ooh.
Moving on to Battlefield 5 Battle Royale mode Firestorm. We all seen the trailer yet?
Yes.
That song.
Does it have the song in it?
Am I ever going to get sick of them putting songs in their trailers, covers? No.
Oh, I just thought it was the
incredible.
Battlefield music.
Burning down the house.
Can't.
Oh,
No,
I
Definitely-
couldn't even tell.
Definitely can't hype a game.
no. Their trailer department at EA is,
Disgusting.
I'm sure they're paid well.
Well, they're probably paid better than the developers.
True.
Rip
But it's got helicopters, it's got the tanks, it's got a whole bunch of vehicles, it's got like a duck, like, you know, the car that turns into a boat.
amphibious
Type thing.
vehicle.
That's the one.
Tractors.
Tractors.
Formerly known as a duck.
Yeah.
They're known as, there's one type of those called a duck, I'm
Oh
sure.
yeah, actually there was a game and it was called the Yeah.
Yeah, I know things.
Yeah.
Shit.
It's gonna have all the destruction. The map is bigger than the shit map that everyone hates. 10 times bigger.
It's huge.
I like it.
Hamada. It looks amazing. It's always going to start with the circle being there.
So not the full map.
So it's never the full map.
So it's just a section of the map.
Correct.
Within a circle.
Yeah.
Also note the circle kills destruction. It does. It blows up the houses.
It destroys houses. It destroys the people from the looks of it very quickly, which is a new feature.
Yeah.
Starting off with people dying outside of the zone very quickly will be a change.
Yeah.
That should keep it more exciting, hopefully.
It'll speed up play.
Yeah.
But that's going to be out tomorrow, so we're going to have a session of that probably sometime this week, next
Definitely.
couple of
All day
weeks.
tomorrow.
Got to get to level 30 first on the division.
Done.
Some of us have to get to level 30 first on the division. But yeah, we'll play that and we'll have our thoughts on what that's like. Most likely going to be fun. I'm keen.
It sounds like a lot more coordination
Yeah.
with the Battle Royale. Not that you don't need to coordinate if you want to win, if you shit at the Battle Royales, but compared to what people are able to do in Apex and just run off and
did I
kill
do?
whole squads by themselves, it feels like this is a coordinated assault type Battle Royale. So
Yeah.
I'm excited.
And Battle Royales, Apex Legends finally launched their Season 1, I guess, of their Battle Pass.
Mm.
And I think, Jared, you're the only one of us that has actually touched it.
Yes. Now, Apex Legends Battle Pass. It's hard to give it a solid critique against things like Fortnite, considering it's completely different. It feels like it's undervalued, given that you get new characters or skins in Fortnite throughout the Battle Pass, but they just can't imagine them doing it that way.
Do you mean undervalued as in...
Like, I feel like
it's too cheap or it's too expensive?
I'm just too expensive. I'm not getting my value for money out of it. Like, I'm getting voiceovers, skins, gun skins.
Yeah, the price is good, but the content
That's
is
like the price.
not
The
up
price
to
is
scratch.
competitive across the board, but compared to things like Fortnite, where you get new skins. Now, of course, it's easier to reskin a character than create a whole new character and put them in a battle pass. So you can't really compare the two.
And that was always going to be, because when they launched the game, you had the two heroes characters, what are they called? Legends that you had to unlock by money or playing the game. And so that was always going to be the same.
And let's be honest, it's
Surely.
Season 1. So I wasn't around for Fortnite Season 1.
I don't think anyone was.
No.
It's a long time ago.
Look, for a first opening season, I think they've done well. I just think it's, if they can develop bringing in characters, let's say even level 100, because it's 25,000 XP a level. That's insane. Like level 100, give us a new character that doesn't need to be paid for to unlock.
Yeah.
And then you've got the option to still unlock it after the season with Apex coins. Easy solution, and that's going to give me value for my dollar and keep me playing.
Yeah.
There is a new character with the Season 1 launch.
There is. Octane.
Octane with his jumping and his adrenaline running a bit faster. So I haven't played him, but he looks like fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good if you want to get the better armor before everyone else.
Yeah. Bit of
It's the
mobility.
only use.
Well, it sounds like it'll be interesting to see how that goes.
It's got to develop. It's only early in the season.
Yeah.
I'm assuming there's going to be events and other things happening throughout the.
So there's
couple of
no
months.
challenges or anything.
No
correct?
challenges.
Yeah.
Which
We do need to jump on for another sesh though.
We do.
But the fact that it's three player squads is hindering.
I thought for sure there'd be quads coming with the update.
Yeah.
it's going to be real
Proven
awkward when
wrong.
whackers have to sit out.
Correct.
It's probably for the best. I get angry. I get Apex angry.
Oh god, you get so Apex angry.
Yeah.
Dropping Skulltown over and over again, and this guy over here,
Bone
Fuck
Zone.
that.
Sorry.
no fun.
Skulltown's the
Didn't
best.
enjoy.
It's actually the best.
Die and
I
rage.
did not enjoy the Bone Zone.
Die and rage. It's
Yeah.
so much fun. You at least the game goes quick, and then you just launch again and do it all again. It's like
That's
tilted
true.
a bit quicker.
I just hate it. Look, I'll see. I'll jump back on when it's quads, but I'm certainly not gonna.
It needs to mature a bit and develop, and they need to have something to keep me playing. I'm very much challenge orientated when I game. That's my thing, and I just I don't know if it's because the Division's launched and that's taken me away from it,
It's
but
a
I haven't
good game.
haven't rushed back to it.
Definitely. Division has impacted my Apex time.
Yeah, I mean, if they improve it, I'll go back. But until then, I'm not that keen.
Yeah.
The probably biggest section of the news this week is going to go to our Nindies, I guess, review of the trailers. What we think they're going to be like. There was a they call it a Nindies Showcase, which is essentially just a Nintendo Direct, but with indie titles coming onto the Switch.
I like it. Instead of cramming indies into a Nintendo Direct, they give it its own time.
Yeah, and they do good. They're very much supporting the indie market, which has done really well on the Switch.
It has. They are doing the right thing by supporting it, I think.
Yeah. So we're going to just quickly speed through the list because there was a lot in the trailer. So the first one is Cuphead, which is coming to the Switch, which is
Fantastic.
awesome.
Solid win.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It had a really good trailer, excellent music made for the trailer, which I hope they release because all the music's amazing.
Also, you'll be able to unlock Xbox achievements playing it on Switch.
But not at launch.
No, I think it's coming with an update.
Yeah.
Because they've said there's an update also coming for Xbox to coincide with the Switch launch. Which they haven't detailed.
So that'll be cool. And that's that start of the Xbox Live integration.
Correct.
Onto
Interesting
Switch.
to see how that
Xbox
pans
Live.
out.
Global takeover.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't played Cuphead at all yet because everyone keeps on saying how hard it is. But
If you enjoy being angry and dying, you're gonna really enjoy yourself.
it's so pretty
It is
and
the style.
Yeah.
aesthetically pleasing. But
If I could just run through the levels without dying, just to look at stuff,
Yeah, like
it
a
would be great.
kid mode or a
Like
noob
a
mode.
art-
I'd do it.
Art mode,
Yeah.
just like look at it all.
yeah, that works.
The next one they had up was Overland, which is a turn-based strategy squad game. It looked cool, but yeah.
Procedurally generated as well, so it's
Yeah.
different every playthrough.
Definitely feel like turn-based for me can just get out. Hate it.
Yeah.
I don't have a lot
The
of
only
time for it.
decent turn-based was XCOM, and that was still
XCOM.
XCOM. Yeah.
Mm.
I'm talking the original, not the new ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super low hype on that one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it didn't
yeah.
really excite me that much. My friend Pedro,
Ooh,
which got a June 2019
should have had its own
release
direct.
as part of
Incredible.
the trailer, which we're excited for.
Deadpool
So
Simulator,
keen.
definitely.
Give me that Deadpool DLC.
Yeah.
Oh,
When that comes out, I'll be playing a lot of it.
yeah.
Very
good.
keen.
Yeah, good game.
Neocab was the next one, which is a mystery game. Basically, you're a taxi driver and you basically ask your passengers questions to figure out the mystery stuff. It was pretty bare bones.
If I
Uber
wanted to-
Simulator.
Yeah, if
Yeah,
I wanted to be a
literally.
taxi driver, I'd probably just go and be one.
I like the setting. It's like a
Mm.
cyberpunky neon.
It's funny how
Sort
low
of
that
look.
has popped up since Cyberpunk 2077.
Go figure.
Yeah.
What
But I
game?
don't know.
Sorry? Cyberpunk. Haven't heard of that.
Cyberpunk?
Is there a trailer for that?
What
Oh,
is
there
this?
might be.
Mm,
Cyberpunk
check that out.
2077.
Check that out later.
Calm down.
Cyberpunk 2077, the date it's going to be released.
Calm down.
All right.
Let's get back.
Ain't no
to
Age
it.
of Empires.
Whoa, don't. There's more. There's news coming for that for sure. The Red Lantern was the next one, which looked pretty cool. I'm keen for this. It's
Because it's dog murder simulator. That's
It's
the
not
only
dog
reason
murder.
you love it, whackers.
it's keeping your doggos alive.
I feel like that one doggo that copped it in the trailer, that is a set piece.
Oh, it better not be.
You can keep the other dogs alive, maybe.
I'll
But
save that doggo,
mm-hmm.
even if I have to delete my save and then go back.
Does look good. Very much Firewatch
Yeah,
Yeah,
sort of feel to it. Art
definitely
style.
will play. Looks good.
Yeah. Just you got sled dogs. You go on an adventure because
She wants to be in a race.
she wants to be in a race. I don't
Bucket
know.
listing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dangerous stuff, bucket listing.
The next one was Darkwood, which I think
I'm
Yeah,
keen
you
for
guys
this
like the
because
horror.
I like a bit of horror,
I
and
just-
it's hard to do horror on Switch because games look shit.
And it didn't look...
But top down is okay. Switch pulls that off.
I don't know if it was just the trailer, but it just didn't seem smooth to me. On
Oh, the
trailer.
frame rate was
Yeah.
atrocious
Yeah,
on
I'm
the trailer.
assuming they'll
I don't know
fix
how
that.
they pass this stuff to go on to be uploaded. but
Yeah.
I'm assuming they'll clean that up before launch.
I kind of got what it was about. It's like you've got to survive, you got to go out into the forest to find stuff, but it just didn't really tell me why.
Oh, it's told nothing so far.
Yeah, which
but,
I'd be interested if I knew why you were doing any of this stuff.
I'll
but
be keeping an eye on that one.
Yeah.
I'm very keen.
Katana Zero was the next one, which is just it's just another side scroller.
Dead Cell
Slash-
Japan.
Yeah,
It's a Dead Cells ninja
or
game
like
Yeah.
with bullets.
what was
That
that?
sounds
Hotline
great.
Miami. It's kind of
Yeah.
like that style of game. Yeah, except you have a sword and you can do bullet time and deflect the bullets. Looked kind of cool. The next one looked really cool, which
Oh.
was Rad.
Looked really rad.
Radical.
You mean?
Cowabunga, dude.
I told myself I wouldn't do that, and there you go. Just
I didn't. I made a note to make sure I did, just in case I forgot. This looks really good. Tim Schafer attached to it
Hmm.
of Super Monkey Island fame and all
Yeah.
the other games.
Yeah, so it'll probably have a good, I guess, humor to it. It looks cool. You mutate yourself, get a snake head.
poop out aliens.
That look
Alien
like you.
spiders?
Yeah. Cool music. I don't know, your standard indie fare, I guess. Just with a cool,
It just looks so pretty.
yeah, colourful.
Looks like a shitload of fun.
Yeah. The next one was one we were all pretty kind of unimpressed with, Creature in the Well, which it says the combat is pinball inspired.
Pass.
Can we just skip this one?
Lame.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Next.
there wasn't really anything there. Blood Roots, which looked cool.
Yeah, that was fun.
Uh,
I don't know how long it'll hold my attention personally, but I think it'll be just a good, fun, chill out, run around.
It's a very much a high scores thing. So
Yeah.
you pass the controller, set a high score,
Yeah.
and then compete.
yeah, you just run around the levels, killing people by just grabbing shit that's everywhere. They show in the trailer, like, you can grab ladders, you can grab axes, you can run on top of barrels. Carrots, yeah, it's
Building
just
combos
anything
and stuff, I
almost
think.
you can see. It looked really cool. Another really colourful, good-looking game. Be interesting to see, yeah, how it plays when it comes out. The next one was Pine, which was like an RPG. I think, Daniel, you look kind of interested.
Yeah, that interested me. We know very little, but it looked great. It looked.
Was that the Warcraft looking one?
Yeah, Warcraft. I mean, anything looks like Warcraft's always going to interest me, and yeah, it had a bit of a, like I said, Breath of the Wild feel to it at the time when I was watching it. Yeah, it's interesting, piqued interest, but you know, indie games, I'm not a big indie gamer. I think that my friend Pedro's the only one that's gotten me going in a while. So
Yeah. No, that'll be good. The next 3 games were from Vamblier Studios, and they're all just kind of like
Clones of each other.
16-bit, 8-bit kind of games.
Mobile games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like your classic, I'll buy it for $1 on Steam kind of deal. So there's Super Crate Box, which looked boring.
Yep.
Just a high score shoot boxes game. That's what it looked like.
oh yeah,
Nuclear Throne, which I can't even remember.
I can't even remember any of them because they were that.
We
that was
literally just rewatched the showcase before recording, and that was so unimpressive that I can't.
I remember Nuclear Throne. That was the most impressive of the
It
three.
was like the twin
That's like
stick
Enter
shooter.
the Gungeon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
twin
I
stick
remember.
shooter. Yep.
Well, what I just said now was a complete lie because I do remember.
It's not uncommon for you to lie.
Fuck.
Still low on the hype scale.
Oh, definitely.
And that
I
one's
was
out
not.
now. That was a.
Yeah.
I'm just
now.
putting it out there. If by chance any developers are listening, they want to change our mind, we will accept codes.
100%.
Oh, for sure.
Send them through.
I will
Send-
not, but Jared will.
Yeah.
Ultra Bugs, don't even touch that. That looks like the worst game of all time.
Yeah, so the
Do not
Vam-
send us codes for that, please. We are not
Same
interested.
developer.
I know.
But
I'm just
actually send them.
I'm ensuring that you don't think that looks like a good game ever.
No. It looked very like arcade. So Vambler is doing one which is like it's an arcade catalog
Don't do it.
type game.
Stop.
And this is the first one from it.
I would install that on a actual arcade machine.
Correct, yeah.
That would be cool.
No, it's shit. And please stop.
Okay, moving on.
Send codes.
Swim Sanity
This looks cool.
was the next one. I
Yeah.
was unimpressed. I think all of you were impressed. And
I don't know about impressed, but it looks
Dual
cool.
stick shooter.
Anything after
Underwater.
the Van Beer stuff's gonna look
Cool,
good.
Yeah,
cool
true.
graphic setting. Yeah.
Underwater.
I've got an interest in that. It's not a high interest, but I can see it working. It's just the shooting, as I mentioned at the time, didn't quite seem to tickle my fancy. But perhaps it can be improved upon. Maybe you can get a better gun or something like
Yeah.
that during gameplay.
It
But
did have very cool boss design.
Yeah.
It's
boss
like
design was
very like
fantastic.
cyborgy sea creatures and stuff.
Yeah.
Like yeah. The next one was Blaster Master 02,
I don't remember that.
which apparently
You have a little car, and you get out of the
Oh.
car and you go around, and then you can go back to the car.
And when
remake?
was-
I feel like I played this
it's a
on
sequel.
SNES.
Yeah.
Because I really only had SNES as a kid. And it's just a game I could never remember the name of. And when they announced the sequel, I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah, well they made it sound
think
like it was
Anyone
good.
asked for a sequel, but
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Wow.
like,
and it looks the same. So I don't know what they've been doing for 30 years, but
Well, see, they can fit more pixels inside one pixel now.
like they do know that there's
Shit.
more technology for games now. Like there. Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
They could have made it look like Minecraft.
exactly.
yummy.
Minecraft coming to Games Pass, is that right?
Oh yeah, that was something.
Yeah.
Just off the Nindies.
Off the
But
Nindies.
yes, yeah, that's a thing. But the next Nindy, Stranger Things 3 game can just go.
No,
and
you can stop talking because it's
if
fantastic.
it's not free to play,
Nah, it's great.
In
It's
your
like,
notes, looks like a mobile game.
looks like
Savage.
the mobile games. Because have you seen the mobile games?
Looks
Just
very
put it out
different
there.
to this.
Switch is a mobile console.
It
Just
is.
saying.
And
It's
it's not that
it's
much
not a
more
mobile,
powerful than my phone, I
Yeah.
feel.
No, I
I'm
loved
just,
Zombies Ate My Neighbors. This gives me mad
This looks
flashbacks.
exactly the same.
It's
you're
like
right.
it is. It's like Super Nintendo top down ish There was a heap of games.
Yeah,
still
I'm not feeling the hype.
I guess I'll just sit here and...
I'd have
I'd say
a
play with yourself because I'm playing too. So.
Yeah.
I'd have a squeeze. I'd watch you play with yourself, but I'm not necessarily going to play with myself with that game.
I
Whilst
reckon
he's
that'll be
playing
a
with
lot
himself.
of fun. And the Stranger Things setting sold.
Yeah.
And it's based around season 3. So
And it's released on the
That
same
is
day.
cool. I'll give it that.
same
4th of
day
July.
as season 3.
And the final one, which was a like classic Nintendo, like, oh, we're finished the direct. Oh, there's nothing else. Oh,
One
wait,
more.
what's that? Cadence of Hyrule,
No,
which looks fucking sick.
not for me.
I'll probably hate it. I'll play it for 5 minutes and rage.
Is this a sequel to Crypt of the Necrodancer or just the exact same
I guess
premise?
like offshoot. It's the
Yeah,
same premise,
like
but they've just so Nintendo have allowed or approached. I don't know how it works, but
Big deal for those guys. Nintendo don't just
deal.
hand out Zelda and Link. And
yeah. So they
things
approached
like
the
that.
developers of Crypt of the Necrodancer, which is a rhythm puzzle dungeon crawler.
It's hard as fuck, is what it is.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
And they've basically made it with The Legend of Zelda, which is amazing because it's all based around music, and The Legend of Zelda has some of the best video game music of all time.
The
Music in
only
this
game-
trailer is incredible.
The only game that should be based around music is Parappa the Rapper. Case closed.
While you're not wrong, at the same time, you are very wrong. Because Legend of Zelda music is the best. And I love it.
Like it
All time. We're moving
hard
off
to say.
Nindies. We're done. Let's
That
get,
is- yeah.
Let's get off track.
Yeah.
Let's
all
get off
time.
track.
All time.
Oh, look, I've got a lot of favourites. But
Because
like,
I already know what mine is straight up, and we've discussed it recently. We discuss it all the time, and we're waiting on them to release
oh, Red Dead.
Red Dead.
Yeah, Red Dead's great. But The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess, the trailer music they used for Twilight Princess, I already said that, at E3 one year, they didn't put into the actual game, and they made it specifically for the trailer, and it is one of the best pieces of video game music.
Must be good if they didn't put it in the game.
And then the Battlefield music,
Here we go.
and then
Okay.
oh, so many things.
Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna do some homework after this podcast. I'll go and listen.
Doubt.
I'll go and listen to this for you, and then I'll tell you how much better the Red Dead soundtrack was.
Can we all give you
That's
one thing to
lies.
listen to? And
Could
then
we
you
just
tell
play
us?
it now?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Uncharted, main theme.
Done. I'll listen to it.
Mm.
Then
Oh,
I'll tell you
delicious.
how much better Red Dead was.
average,
Oh,
Oh!
get out of it.
very average.
Fighting.
Fight.
Time for fight. I will fight you all about Red Dead.
Did we live stream UFC
supreme.
fight about music? Yes.
It is supreme.
Oh, I love it.
No one can beat
I'm
that.
not arguing with
The
you.
way that they build the moment with the music, and then it builds and builds a bit. Like building music for me is.
I
is my
feel like
jam.
though there is that bit, spoiler alert, just cause the bit where you're riding back to camp and the music's playing, but then they have like the decisions you've made or some like you know the voices going over it. Like listening to just the songs won't be as impactful as that moment in the game.
I understand what you're saying, but it'll give you flashbacks of the experience that you had playing the game. That's
Correct.
what I enjoy the most, is that I go back and I think, holy crap, I remember this song from this moment in the game. The way they've linked that music in, and the elite music direction
Yeah,
is second to none.
it was very good.
I will fight you all
I
to
turn-
the death.
I turned the music off.
Knives. So many knives.
Actually,
Trying to
I
annoy
know.
you.
I kind of blanked out. He was just going. I was like, oh.
I'm offering a discussion. Red Dead music is fucking incredible.
Yeah,
I'm just giving discussion points. Matt, he actually wants to fight you though.
Yeah.
He thinks it's Twilight Princess is better.
I'm gonna have to have a think about top gaming music of all time for myself because I really haven't put too much thought into it.
yeah. See, I listen to a lot of soundtracks and stuff just cause the music's good.
I understand.
But like, yeah, like I.
Best soundtrack of all time, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2.
Oh, see, no, I
now we're
disagree.
talking.
No, I get where you're coming from, but when you're talking about the way it makes you feel about a game,
But then also it's
Halo?
different because soundtrack or score.
Halo's up there.
Yeah.
Because Halo's a score, it doesn't have a soundtrack.
Yeah.
And then Tony Hawk's just a soundtrack.
God of War.
hey,
Oh,
Tony,
The
Hawk,
new
yes.
one's very good.
Tony Hawk's soundtrack, like you're right in my genre, like that was epic. But Red Dead, and that's I'm not interested in the genre of music for Red Dead at all.
No,
That is not my kind
except
of music.
except that building the house song.
All of it. every single
Building
song.
the House song is the greatest song from Red Dead 2.
I'm not going to fight you on that because at least you're talking about Red Dead music. Every single song blows me away, and the way that they structured it, it's so good.
We'll do that next episode. We'll
come back.
We're gonna come back.
I'll listen
and talk.
I
About...
will listen to this Twilight Princess just to tell you how wrong you are.
I'm not, but I'm not wrong.
That's a whole episode right there.
Speaking of amazing sounds, what have we got next?
Oh, the
Well,
AFL Evolution soundtrack is probably one of the worst things you will ever hear in your entire life.
Yes.
This is not
Holy
me.
shit.
This is, I'm out of this
Is there only one
conversation.
song on the AFL Evolution game?
Yeah, but
I'm hoping it's up there, Kazali.
It's not.
Look, I contributed
It's
to
absolutely
footy.
fucking not. It's just a shitty generic indie song,
but what about,
and it plays over and over again, and it's the worst.
like, the game's great, but the company needs to learn how to market and promote. What was the latest promotion for AFL Evolution 2? Cheering.
No, they had that thing. You sent me the thing about the pre-game.
They did. So we've been having lots of talks about the company doing AFL Evolution 2 and how they are not pumping it up.
Mm.
So round one
Just
started this
silent.
week, and their social media was silent until I think it was Friday night.
Like, what, 5 minutes before the
Yeah,
match?
and I tagged you, and they actually said, "Oh, what does everyone who does everyone think's going to win, etc., etc."
Do they need me to come and do some social media for them?
Yes, they do. And you would think, obviously, at the start of round one, the trailer would drop for a game that's
You
got to
would
be
think
coming
that.
out soon.
'Cause-
Nothing.
Realistically, we now have to wait for round 1 next year.
Yeah, like it said early 2019 release, and we haven't got a trailer yet.
We're running out of early
And
2019.
The AFL season just started,
And you can't release it late in the season because then footy finishes and it's...
and then you got to pay for the season pack 'cause they're jerks.
Mm. Always good.
All I want is a good footy game.
Maybe the
AFL
game will
99
be fine.
2.
It could be. That's the thing. They haven't released anything
They haven't released
yet.
anything. I can't
So-
say it's shit yet,
Yeah.
but I will.
AFL 99 2.
Oh,
Problem solved?
get EA back on board. Loot boxes.
Look, I reckon they do a good
$2.90.
job. They got enough money.
$2.99 to unlock a football.
Now, boots. You need to
Yeah,
get
boots.
boots.
If you
Predator
boots,
boots
Yeah.
out of the...
And then they'd have the different
Are they
like,
actually-
game jerseys as well.
And they actually cost the same as the boots in real life.
Dusty cut costs at least $10.
$299.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fuck.
But that's pretty much all the news. There's been no new news about Age of Empires.
Thank God for that.
So
Just in case
just
anyone was wondering.
Yeah.
in case. I happen to know there's at least one listener.
Yeah, to be you listening to it again.
Yeah.
No one else.
Two
cares.
listeners.
You've just created another social media account just to post how good Age of Empires is.
Actually, I should. Maybe they'll start doing stuff with Age of Empires 4.
Nah. Fuck
Look,
them.
I will play it when it comes out. I hope it never comes out, but I'll play it when it does.
If it was like as good as Age 2 with improvements.
Age 2, as long
Like-
as Rob doesn't cheat.
But would you agree that would be a good game?
Is it even Age of Empires without cars and rockets? No.
Yes.
You can't be
No.
trusted.
It's all about trebuchets and
Mate, just make up
halberdiers.
words.
And spacemen with lasers.
There you go.
Okay,
Yeah.
alright. Settle down. No cheats here.
We were terrible people.
You gotta have like 100 villages and an army of like 50.
And one man and one car with a rocket launcher.
Jesus.
That's all you need.
You're all animals.
Yeah.
That's all the news, which is a lot of news. And now we're on to reviews.
Let's talk about the
News
division.
and reviews rhymes.
Let's talk about the division.
Let's talk about the division.
Just
What
gonna
a
gloss
game.
over that joke because I thought it was pretty good.
Sorry, I wasn't listening.
Oh, it sounds about right. Yeah, Division 2. Let's go by level order. Starting at lowest or highest?
Start at lowest because I've experienced the least.
Yeah.
So I'm level 24
Mm-hmm.
and absolutely fucking loving it. I enjoyed a lot more when playing with people, due to our work and other things that have troubled our scheduling. We've been unable to play as a group of 4 as of yet.
Yeah.
So I think that's when the game's really going to excel. But like comparing it to Division 2, it's better in pretty much every way.
Comparing it to
Wow.
Division 1.
Division 1, sorry.
Yeah. While being pretty much the exact same game.
Yeah, we're really not changing that much.
Oh, because it's
Almost.
such a good game.
It
It's
is.
odd that I've locked into a sequel that's the same and just gone.
Yeah.
It's done.
Exactly. And the Division didn't exactly come out that long ago.
Yeah.
Like it's
It
2
wasn't,
years?
Yeah.
It wasn't broken, so why change it?
Exactly. Added more content. They fixed a couple of some of the ways things
Features.
work. They fixed a lot of the gear problems that they had with the last
Yeah.
one. The drops are, I dare say, perfect. The
Mhm.
way that I feel like I should be getting purple drops now. Purple starts
Yeah.
dropping. The amount that they drop,
Yeah, I feel like this weapon's not good enough, but nothing I've got suits me.
Yeah.
And then,
Oh,
you
bang,
get
something
yeah.
drops.
Google is listening.
I am level 26, I think. 25 or 26, I can't remember where I finished. And yeah, same thing. It's going to be so much better grouped up. But also, the scaling from those lower levels up to like even like a 5-level gap, you're just so much weaker. Even though it scales up your health, all of, like, you know, you'll get shot like 3 times and you're down.
Yeah, it scales your weapons, but it won't scale your armor or your... Yeah, but I don't know if that's right. Like, I think that's...
I feel like it does,
feels
but I
like
think
that.
the damage, it like
Yeah.
damage multiplies or something.
Yeah.
It feels as though they've ruined the armor scaling
Yeah.
somehow.
Which you can still get by. If you manage to stay in cover and you just don't get shot by like a sniper rifle or a shotgun,
Just not as enjoyable.
it's just more
Experience.
difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're down a lot more than everyone else.
Yeah.
But that's like, other than that, exactly like Rob said, that is, you know, solid game. Really good quality, especially when compared to Anthem's release. You know, got to make that comparison because they're both trying to do the same thing.
At the same time.
Yeah, last pod that I was on, you know, we were all hyped with Anthem. We were even playing it and we were still hyped. And I haven't touched Anthem since.
It's dropped off.
They haven't improved. We needed them to improve and they haven't.
Yeah.
It's not possible to play that game with the bugs.
And your level...
So I'm level 29.
Yeah.
A couple of missions off 30. And yeah, I did the first stronghold, piece of piss, simple one wave, move through each room. Stronghold, which doesn't equal stronghold. If you're asking me, that equals...
True.
They should have called it room,
The first one.
place, thing, shoot them. It was very straightforward. Moved on to Stronghold 2, thinking, you know, Stronghold 1 was easy. So Roosevelt Island, moved over onto there. Yeah, that was really hard. Couldn't do that by myself. I got all the way to, I think, the last part of the Stronghold and failed right at the end, and I would have had to start an entire phase again. So I quit out, and I will wait for my friends to come and bail me out on that one.
Yeah.
That was shit.
Which probably will be today or tomorrow.
Correct.
No doubt.
It cost me about an hour and a half of my life and of leveling, so that's why I didn't get to 30.
Well, the
so,
good news is you'll never get that hour and a half back.
Absolutely.
But you got the experience.
I do know how the entire Stronghold goes, so I can talk us through it. But apart from that, though, every experience I've had on the game so far has been great. I've been frustrated at times with it, where I've died and I've thought, holy crap, this is so annoying, but it's managed to spur me on to get better. It has been annoying in a good way instead of annoying because it's buggy. So every experience has been great. Excellent game.
Yeah. And Jared.
Mm-hmm. The champion.
The one who has the least life.
Yes. Yes. True. Level 30 and then 3 levels on top of that. After level 30, it's just high-end field proficiency.
So you are still leveling up after 30.
Yeah, so you're
Okay.
unlocking high-end gear.
Because it becomes item level then.
It does, yeah.
Rather than...
Yeah. So, and your loot
Outrageous.
drops are pretty much just... I'm picking up purples and yellows regularly now. So
right.
I feel like they've increased the high-end drops this time round.
Is there still... Like, are you still getting greens and blues drop? Or is it-
Rarely.
Yeah,
You get the occasional green and blue, but it's usually a like a
just an item. or
yeah,
something,
like not a weapon.
material.
Yeah, material.
Yeah.
Yeah. So pretty much like the whole game all the way through, I've soloed most of it. There's only been a select few times where I've used the call for backup feature. I find that's borderline useless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never respond to them.
No, hence being borderline useless. The protect certain person missions are the weirdest thing I've ever experienced when you've got to look after an NPC who can't look after themselves. Like, let's throw a grenade, we'll go and stand on top of that. No worries, mission failed.
I don't think any gamers like escort things. Why do they keep putting them in?
Yeah.
Yeah, like that was probably my hardest mission I've had, was just trying to stop people standing on grenades or running up to the elite boss and getting hit with a sledgehammer.
Yeah.
Are you an NPC whackers?
Oh, true. So we struggle with co-op. We struggle with co-op due to leveling,
Yeah.
as Whackers was saying.
Yeah.
It was tough. Like, me and you went okay 2 to 3 levels apart.
Yeah.
Me and you, we we didn't get anywhere. I think it
No,
and
like
we
you've
had the
got to
same problem, didn't
you
we?
got to be within I think like 2 levels for it not to scale
Yeah.
and be playable, and
5 would be your max. You wouldn't want to go any
Oh,
more
even
than
then.
5. Like,
Yeah.
that's very maximum.
Is the
anything.
scaling broken,
I
or are we just not enjoying it?
I think it's not.
broken.
It's broken.
Yeah.
But we say it's broken. I think there is probably some code there or like a bug there that they haven't worked out.
Yeah.
But you can still play it.
Oh yeah, you
It's
still
not
play.
like Anthem where you just kind of, the Titans.
Yeah.
When we were trying to fight the Titans in Anthem, and you just literally cannot dodge out of the way of some of their attacks, and it's just impossible. Like, you cannot in any way, shape, or form dodge them.
broken.
There's nothing broken like that. Yes, you can get knocked pretty quick, but that's an annoyance, but you can still also do a lot of damage.
Correct.
But is that their intention? We think?
That we don't know.
Yeah, because I haven't seen any comments about the scaling
Has to
from
be broken.
Ubi.
Let's touch on the Dark Zone.
Or the darkness?
Oh, we can touch on the Darkness.
Oh.
They're a great band. I really enjoyed them. Yeah, certainly the Darkness. I'm playing on a monitor at home on my Xbox. I can't see anything as soon as it goes dark in the game.
Nighttime, stand still, wait for day. Done.
It's
I haven't had
literally-
any problems, but I'm playing on a stupidly expensive TV.
Yeah,
It specializes in black. So,
which is strange. You should be doing worse.
yeah,
But,
more
like,
true.
I was running along in the night. It was dark in the game, just not in real life. I don't just run around in the
You
dark.
don't just run anyway, do you?
No, not at all.
Shit.
So I was running along and trying to get to a objective, and I just a wall appeared out of nowhere. It was dark, it was foggy, and then all of a sudden a wall. Realism, great. 10 points for realism.
That's
However,
accurate.
I'm playing a game, and I want to be able to fucking see where I'm going.
100%.
Just give us a torch. That's all we
That's
want.
all you
You
need.
can
A
solve
torch.
the whole thing with a torch. I
Even
don't know
if-
if it's that easy to add it in.
Even if
but-
it has battery life. Like, fuck it.
Oh, we'll
let
take
me turn it
anything.
on,
If,
nice.
there's- if for some visibility, we will take anything.
There's a
Yeah.
mission to go and get batteries. What are you using them for?
I
That is
unlocked,
true.
I unlocked a torch on my head.
That's right.
Yeah,
you got the
headlamp.
headlamp.
Does not act as a fucking torch. Holy
You're also
shit.
lit up like fuck. Like, these division agents have orange glowing
Just
shit
show
all
your
over
watch.
In
Point
the-
it forward.
100%.
In the dark, that orange shit is hard. Like, it makes it very hard to see
Yeah.
stuff. You can't turn it off either.
them. Yeah.
True.
That's probably the biggest gripe, though.
Yeah,
Which is
yeah.
quite
But
impressive.
that was
Yeah.
Division 1 gripe too.
Yeah, it's the same
and
problem.
they didn't
Yeah.
fix it then, so whatever.
True.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Dark,
Dark
Zone.
Zone.
So, from memory, Whackers wasn't a huge fan of the Dark Zone. But
I just
I'm-
don't think we played it enough.
Well, I'm level
We-
35 Dark Zone.
Okay.
Fuck.
Professional.
Surprise!
It's fairly easy to level up there.
It is.
It is pretty
Super easy.
straightforward. But I think that they've made small tweaks to the Dark Zone that we're all going to enjoy ourselves in there. I did play the Dark Zone a fuck ton in the Division
Yeah.
1
Loved it, yeah.
by myself, and I loved it. It was still too hard. Things didn't scale. Everything was way out of kink, and you would have to literally try to do a zone, and it might take an hour if you're doing it by yourself, and I would still do it.
Is it sectioned by levels, or is there no point in me
No.
going
There-
there before
no.
30?
There is, so
I went
it's
12.
0,
Yeah.
I think it's 0 to 10, 11 to 20,
Nah, there's no
10 to
0 to
19.
10.
or 10 to
It
19.
only, it
okay.
only unlocks it around.
Yeah. And then
11,
20 to
12.
30.
Yeah.
But I don't think that affects it, because we went
No.
in there and both of our health was like 30,000.
It's got
Definitely.
gear normalization, whatever
Yeah.
that is.
So
Which makes it fucking impossible to change your gear while you're in there. You can't tell what's better.
You can
'cause they
toggle. You
all-
can toggle normalization.
Oh, thank God.
oh,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
feature.
I turn it
Quality
off
of
straight
life.
away.
Okay, we need to do
Jesus.
that.
Yeah.
Once again, also just quickly, with stuff like that, Ubisoft kicking fucking goals.
Oh.
Everywhere. Their games, they have the possibility of being the new good EA. Like, they're
Okay.
already huge, but being that scale of they're just everywhere.
Well, they've released a game that's not buggy, so well done.
Yeah.
We like you. Thank
Fucking
you.
love
Except
it.
trials, you can just take that away. Game.
It's not buggy, it's just impossible.
Game's just impossible.
Yeah.
I think that we will enjoy the Dark Zone. We will give you a Dark Zone update once we get in there. I think the reason why we're not running into other players in the Dark Zone, just NPCs, is because we're not at level 30.
Yeah.
Once we
No,
hit
they're
level
in there.
30,
They're in there.
Well, which Dark Zone are you going to? Because we went to the East
I go
one.
to the beginner one. The
Okay.
First one.
Yeah.
So
Because I'm wondering if people are using the other ones more.
I've been rolled once.
you're not coming across a lot of players, though.
No.
Yeah.
When I first went into the Dark Zone, I was running around with maybe 10 other players.
There
and
was
we were
heaps
just...
on his screen.
That's where I made all my levels. We were just running into control points, blitzing them, running to the next one, blitzing them. I reckon it would have been, less than 10 minutes, I was level 15.
He smashed it.
Crazy.
I was like, what the hell is happening?
Yeah.
The
That
level
was
up
even before I
screens
completed the
was crazy.
tutorial. I thought it was
Yeah.
broken. I think it was. But
Yeah.
Conflict now. Conflict's great.
Oh, yeah, I haven't touched conflict.
Man.
How does it work?
Explain conflict
so
to us.
how it works is that you hit the matchmaking button on conflict, then you sit there and you play the rest of the game for an hour or 2 hours while it's matchmaking, and then you don't go in the game and you go to bed.
Fuck, that sounds good.
That
Oh my
sounds
God,
like a
I-
solid game.
Definitely want to play conflict, but every time it just sits at 7 out of 8 players. It doesn't seem to be intelligent enough to pull people from other I guess servers.
So what is it?
Regions?
Basic 4v4.
Regions. 4v4, but there's on 3 occasions where I've hit matchmaking and I've just haven't gotten a game yet.
Yeah.
Not one. So that's good.
Solid.
Enjoyed that. Yeah. Brilliant.
I have no interest in that when they have something as
Yeah.
solid as Dark Zone. I don't even
Dark
know why
Zone, the strongholds,
have
like
that in
It's TDM because Dark Zone's optional deathmatch. Like I got rolled because I was at a extraction point and then I just seen in the bottom corner at the exact same time 2 people go rogue and I'm like
there. Oh, this sounds
and then I was
familiar
just
from
literally like-
Division 1.
dead. But then I came back and picked them off one at a time and stole their gear and
Yeah.
extracted. So yeah, but I think it'll be a good breakaway from Dark Zone and it'll be just a dedicated TDM. I don't know. I can't get into the game.
Yeah, well,
Can't
Yeah.
really say. So,
fair.
but you need 4 people coordinate. From
Yeah.
what I've been reading, people have been playing it. 4 people coordinated, you'll
Mhm.
dominate. If you're mix and matching with people,
easier to find a game too if there's 4 of us.
yeah.
Yeah. No,
So-
yeah. Division 2, if I had to give it a rating, it would definitely be like a 9 out of 10.
9.87.
Especially
Yeah.
considering all the content that we know is coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like raids and
And
seasons and whatever else.
we've got the year
Season
1 pass.
Yeah.
I don't think you got it.
No.
No. But we will keep an eye on all the content that comes out with that. Because, yeah, just having released that, solid release, stable, 1 or 2 crashes.
10 out of 10 for visuals. Oh.
Oh, yeah, it looks amazing.
Photo mode on launch. Thank you, Ubisoft.
Mhm.
You wonder why I'm so lower level.
You can still close the car doors.
Take a lot of photos.
Actually, that's true.
Very busy.
Yeah, let's
playing
go to
playing
this
games
mission.
with Rob is like, let's finish this mission or go to this mission. And it's like, oh no,
Taking
wait,
photos.
got to
Yeah.
take a photo.
Yeah.
Wait, where'd Rob go? Oh, I'm taking a photo.
Infield photographer.
Everyone else is down, and he's just there like, selfie.
Selfie. It's funny because it's accurate.
TV cop sliding across the bonnet.
So
good.
So good.
But yeah, we'll keep an eye on that because it's a fucking great game.
Yeah.
So good. I'm loving it.
It'll turn into a 10 for me, for sure. Once they fix conflict and fix
The raid comes out and is a raid.
Yeah,
And
now
there's
they need to
a
be
wave.
careful with that because that'll turn a lot of people away.
I think they got a lot of feedback for the last one.
Yeah.
The first
They
release
seem
on
to be
Division
listening.
1.
So,
What other big games have been released this year? Anthem, Division 2.
Resi, single player though. Are you talking multiplayer?
I'm just talking games because I think so far, best game released this year.
oh yeah, by
by
far.
far.
Yeah, easy.
Easily.
I think that's all we can talk about for Division 2 for the time
Yeah,
being.
okay.
It's a lot, and we'll probably have more next episode because it's just
I'll have it
so
finished
much
by
fucking
then.
fun.
And every
Yeah.
content release will be.
We'll definitely be doing
Going
the
back
big
to
updates, the DLCs for sure. I'm going to touch on real quick a game that I've been playing called Parkasaurus.
Parkasaurus.
So it's
Parkour.
not parkour. Park like a park, and then saurus like dinosaur.
Saw us.
Yeah,
Done.
Done.
DNA.
In.
I'm Mr. DNA. That's all it needs to make it perfect.
Yeah.
And that's Matt's segment on Pakistan.
So it's basically just better Jurassic World evolution game. You can actually customize all the habitats. You can put in different food stands and stuff. There's like balloons. It's very much a tycoon game, like Zoo Tycoon or Roller Coaster Tycoon, but with dinosaurs. You can put hats on them.
I was going to say, I
Like
saw a note here for
sunglasses and
hats
stuff.
on dinosaurs.
Oh,
Piqued my interest.
it's so good. It's only in early access at the moment, but I'm going to keep playing it. And when it does come out, I'll do like a proper review on it. But
Is there like a story mode or a career
not
sort of?
as such. I think they are aiming to have that.
So it's like sandbox at the moment.
It's very sandbox. There's like a tutorial, and there's objectives within that. So like get X amount of dinosaurs, and they give you something, and
More
all
hats.
these things. More hats, definitely more hats.
hats.
I've unlocked a bunch of free hats.
Thank
It's
you,
very
Team
cool.
Fortress 2.
Rocket League.
Is there riding of said dinosaurs?
Not yet,
Ooh,
but I'm
confirmed.
hoping there is.
Rumor confirmed.
Confirmed it. It's happening.
You heard it
You
here
can ride
first.
dinosaurs on Parkasaurus.
Disclaimer: we did not confirm anything during this episode to do with Parkasaurus,
Dang,
other
said
than
it
that it's
could.
fun. But yeah, I mean, if you like dinosaurs, then
Even dinosaurs.
So do you think it'll ever leave early access? Because I've noticed a lot of Steam games never leave early access.
I mean, I hope so, because I think it's a game that people want, because there was a lot of complaints about Jurassic World Evolution being so limited. Like, Jurassic World Evolution looks amazing, and as you guys know, I played it a fair bit. I put in some hours to that, and it looks incredible, and it's amazing, and it's Jurassic Park, Jurassic World, like, it's got all of that, but there's no flying dinosaurs, there's no water dinosaurs. You can put water down, but you don't really make a lake.
but there's
It's just
no
like a
dinosaurs
puddle.
for water, so
No Mr.
Yeah.
DNA.
There's no Mr. DNA, which is a
Uninstalled.
fucking crime.
Uninstalled.
Jesus.
Exactly.
there's no Jesus.
No. There could be Dino Jesus. I'm not sure. But yeah, like it's a very good game in comparison for what you can do, and just so much more variety, so much more options to do a whole bunch of other stuff in it. Real good.
So would you say even in early access it's already trumped
Yes,
Jurassic Evolution?
straight up.
And you played so much of that fucking game.
I did.
E3
Quite
2018, rest in peace.
So funny.
All I saw was Jurassic Evolution.
Hey, Matt, how's the dinosaurs going?
That's
Headset
the
on as
sound
well.
they make.
Headset on as well, not even listening to us.
Yeah, because I had to hear the dinosaurs.
Go away, dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Do you want to eat? Dinosaurs. This guy.
There's nothing
Exactly.
wrong with that. Dinosaurs are great. But that's pretty much all we've got to review, except, actually, bonus mini review of what we played today of Sekiro. Shadows Die
fuck that
Twice.
game. Seriously, that game. Fuck that game.
If we ever needed proof that we play games badly,
Oh,
There it
today.
that's a
today
game that
was
we
it.
play very badly.
It requires too much patience for us. We do not have the required patience.
If anyone wants to buy my copy, feel free.
Why? do I-
Please don't leave it here. I
No,
don't
I
want
won't,
it.
yeah.
Why? No.
It's
No.
just that, like, yes, I knew it was going to be like Dark Souls. I knew it, but I watched some gameplay and thought it would be otherwise, and it wasn't.
But making something hard by giving an enemy 1 billion health to your 4.
Yeah,
and then
it's
you
not-
do
it's-
such little damage.
It's not.
It's not our sort of thing.
No.
Somebody would like it.
I love the design, I love the world, I love the way you can jump around and grapple, all that.
I don't. Like, I can understand why people would like being patient with a game, and that's fine.
Mm.
It's not for us, and we get how people could like it. I didn't think it was that polished. It didn't feel, like you said, it's very hard to grapple at times. It's not actually quite right, and it feels a bit off.
But it's I believe they're made to be like that, because they're made to be difficult.
But
So
it
those
wasn't-
things aren't meant to be easy.
They're made to fuck you off.
But it
Yeah.
wasn't
You-
difficult, it was frustrating.
But
Like
you invert
like
your
the creator
controller,
of these
so-
games.
Maybe it's easier with a non-inverted controller, perhaps.
True.
I don't know.
Oh, Jesus. We don't have
Yes.
enough time to talk about this.
I play on invert. Yes, I will
Because
always play on invert.
We just
and
lost
yes,
a
it's
lot
the
of
only way to play.
subscribers
Yeah.
and everything else.
We're actually negative
Okay.
reviews today.
I don't know how to say the guy's name properly. Hidetaka Miyazaki. He's
Close
the
enough.
guy who like made Demon Souls, Dark Souls, Bloodborne, all
Fuck that guy.
Yeah, correct.
But he said that like games shouldn't have an easy mode because that's just fucked. He's like, nah, games should be hard.
I get what you're saying, and I understand what you're talking about, where you think that it's meant to be like that. I don't think it's quite right.
I don't think it should be like that.
I don't agree with how they make it hard. That's just not for me.
It's not.
No.
It just doesn't feel. It doesn't feel right when you're playing it. Even the double jump just wasn't quite right. It's
Doesn't
hard to
get
double
you.
jump onto. It's there's something about it that they kind of rushed. I feel like.
And then the thing is, they probably didn't.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like to us, it seems rushed, but that's the way it's just meant to be.
Do you know what's meant to be? Vampires.
Oh,
The
fuck.
Masquerade
Yeah.
2.
True.
Oh,
This is all you.
this game. First one. Best game I've ever played. It was
What's
a hot
it
mess. Vampires, clans, you get bitten,
Mhm.
you transform into a vampire, you find your way in the modern world doing vampire-y things. It's a RPG, first person, third person,
Bit of
fighting,
everything.
action, adventure. It's a bit of everything. It was an absolute hot mess, and it still is,
Mhm.
but we just started playing the original again. Not much out on the new one, but it is a cult hit. People
Yeah.
love that. So I'll be keeping a solid eye on that one.
Yeah.
I think it's coming for PC, Xbox, PlayStation, which is exciting because
I haven't seen anything except PC yet.
No, it's coming to everything.
Yeah,
Is
it's
it?
on the
Yeah.
end of the
Oh,
tra-
okay.
on the end of the
End of the
trailer.
trailer, Xbox.
Yeah.
PlayStation.
So never.
It's going to be a big release, which is
I
good.
don't
Yeah.
think it was on.
And Paradox have been pushing a lot of their stuff onto consoles,
Yeah,
which are all grand strategy titles and nothing like
this will be a
like
challenge
that. Yeah.
for him, but I think it's going to be incredible.
Mm.
It was my go-to game.
It looks good. I read a bit up about the first one and I was intrigued.
Mm.
I like the idea of, you can either be, I think, the idea is you can either be like a vampire hunter, even though you are a vampire, or you can be like a,
So they just created a vampire
Evil.
socialite. I'm an
Sure.
entrepreneur, just out in the world, killing it, literally, like killing it. Yeah.
Fuck.
So there's so many aspects to the first one. It's hard to actually really pinpoint the game, but it was good, and the second one's gonna be amazing. And if not,
It's going to be cyberpunk with vampires.
yeah, pretty much.
A
solid.
lot of the same sort of stuff. It
Calm-
sounds ridiculous to a
calm
game
down.
so old, but
Calm.
Cyberpunk.
Calm.
Somebody say
Have you heard-
cyberpunk.
Calm.
Have you heard about Lord and Saber Cyberpunk?
Everybody needs to calm down.
I think there's a
Coincidentally, it was announced on GOG, who is owned by CD Projekt Red, who make Cyberpunk.
Calm down.
There was an actual link there, so you calm down.
trailer. Can we go watch the trailer?
For Cyberpunk?
The 40,
Everyone's-
42-minute one.
No, no, no,
Everyone's
no, no, no,
getting
no, no, no.
sweaty in this room.
That's
to
just that's my
clarify.
natural existence. It's not
Whenever
getting sweaty.
Cyberpunk gets mentioned, the sweat happens, the excitement happens. Calm needs to be restored. We need to be calm.
Well, we're gonna go and watch the Cyberpunk trailer like 20 times.
I recommend you guys do the same.
Yeah, you should. In the next episode, there's not a lot coming out. Yoshi is coming out, which I'm gonna get.
PlayStation Direct
State
of Play.
PlayStation State of Play.
will be happening in the next couple of days. So
Mhm.
there'll be discussions of that. I won't be
Yeah.
here. I'll be in America.
Yeah.
Fuck y'all.
Rob is going to wrestling,
Wrestling.
which could have some stories from.
There'll be some stories. I'm going to
Yeah.
go look at a lot of video game stuff.
Yeah.
I might be even attending the Yoshi launch at Nintendo America.
Cool.
Very cool.
Yeah, not jealous at all.
And by Nintendo America, not like their headquarters, but like the shop.
I'm
in
going to the
New York.
headquarters as well. Don't you fucking worry. I'm going to go say goodbye to Reggie.
Reggie will be there for sure. Reggie will just rock up, and you can be like, "Hey, Reggie, listen to the
Fuck, what if
podcast."
he's there?
That's what I said.
Holy shit.
He was totally going to be there. It's the last
Yeah.
big game to come out, right?
I'm going to go get a game plan together.
Meet Reggie. But thank you for listening. If you could subscribe, check us a review, check us a rating.
Share it around with your friends.
Yeah, if you got
family,
friends
pets.
or family, pets who like video games, and
Even if they don't like video games, get on it.
yeah,
Like, we don't even know anything about video games. It's
correct. As you can tell, you've listened to this. We're really good at just talking about stuff, and we're super interesting guys.
Exactly.
We play the games very badly.
Correct. We're not going to be on any leaderboards, that's for sure. We'll see you in a couple of weeks. Party down.
Peace.
Peace.
Down.